Thank you so much for taking the time to do this on a Tuesday at, what is it, 11:30 a.m.
No problem, man.
I know, I'm sure you're a busy guy with kids and your channel and everything you got going on. I originally, I think I saw the first clip of yours on Instagram, just like, the algo gods were like, oh, you like heavy music and guns, so here you go. And I was like, holy shit, this is fucking badass. And I was honestly jealous. Like, I didn't think of the idea first, but I was like, this is so cool. I got to message him and see if he wants to have a chat. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Where are you based out of?
I'm in Ohio, right between Cleveland and Columbus, off the main highway, I-71. So whenever bands go on tour, I harass them, and I'm like, hey, if you're in Cleveland or Columbus, you need to come over and shoot guns.
That's crazy, dude. I'm in Warren.
What?
Yeah.
Let's hang out. Dude,
no shit.
Come over and shoot guns. I swear, I'm dead serious.
Dude, I would love to. Absolutely. I don't have anyone to shoot with here. And I used to live in Texas before this. Like, I grew up here in Warren, but I moved away for 15 years. I was in California and then in Texas. And then when I was like watching more of your videos and I saw you had one of your sponsors, I think, was an outdoors store.
Vance Outdoors, man. Yeah, that's.
I was like, wait, are they in Ohio? And I was like, wait, is he in Ohio?
That's insane, man. You're an hour and a half from me. So yeah. Yeah, we're gonna.
Oh my god!
You need to come over and shoot. Like,
absolutely, I would love to. Fuck, dude, that's crazy. But yeah, I'd love to know like how you got this idea and how this whole thing started, because I didn't realize how big your audience was at first. And I was like, you have 2 million fucking followers on Facebook and like 500,000 on YouTube. Like, you've been crushing it, and you've been doing it for years. I saw you had like. What, like 6+ years, longer than that?
Yeah, I got kind of obsessed. Like, it's almost 7 years I've been doing this, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, man, I don't know. I remember doing it when I was a kid. I grew up in the country, and I'd had these big speakers playing off of the porch, and I was just like shooting guns into the yard. And then I've been playing drums for 18 or 20 years. I started playing Metallica, the Black Album, and System of a Down, the Toxicity album is really like what taught me how to play drums. And then I just kept playing drums from there, like Slipknot and stuff. Never really was in a band. I joined a Slipknot cover band for a little bit for fun, because like that's my favorite stuff to play, dude. So I was playing that for a while, just like jamming out. And then one day I just made a video for my dad and my brother. I was like, this will be funny. And I hid the gun, so I just did the laid to rest breakdown on a snare and picked the guns up into the frame. And it was just kind of a shock. I could tell it was a shock. Like, I could tell that it could have viral potential, because I've been making videos on Vine before that and Snapchat. And like, I've been making videos forever. But this one I knew, like, all right, this could be crazy. And I showed it to my cousin, and he was freaking out. He actually, I'm not going to go into all that, but he's kind of like big on his own. He does all this stuff with like social media and marketing for companies. And he saw it and was like, Nate, he's like, this is going to go viral. This is going to go viral. I promise. And he posted it. I didn't even have a Facebook at the time or anything, or YouTube channel or whatever. And, yeah, he posted it, and it went like stupid viral in a single day. It went all over, and all the metal outlets were writing about it, like Lamb Goat and Metal Injection and Metal Sucks and all this. Were like, what is this, right? So then I started my own Facebook page, and I just made up the name Gun Drummer and started YouTube and Instagram and Twitter. And it went viral again on its own when I posted it from my platforms, which thank God, right? Because I got like 50,000 YouTube subs in a couple days, and Facebook got to 10,000 in like a day. And it hit 1 million views in a single day on Facebook. And I remember being at the bar with my brother, and I was just like, dude, this is awesome. Like, this is crazy. I mean, this is the first video. I just did it. So then I was just like, all right, well, this could be just a one-time thing. It really could. I don't know, right? Like, whatever. I'm not going to get crazy. It could just be like a one-time viral thing. But I kept doing it because I legitimately am obsessed with metal, and I'm like legitimately obsessed with shooting guns, dude. I've been shooting guns my whole life. I love it. It's so much fun. To everybody out there, if you really don't like guns, or you hate guns, like regardless of where you are politically or whatever, you got to go try it sometime, because everybody that comes over, I've had bands from England, I've had bands from Canada, I've had bands from Germany, I've had bands from all over come over that have never shot a gun in their entire life, ever, not even once. And 100% of the time when they leave here, they're like, that was the greatest day of my life. Like, that's so cool. Because it just takes it takes a lot of effort. It's a lot of things working together at one time. Your eyes and your brain and your arms and your hands and your feet and your stance. Like, there's a lot going on there, and it's like a full body workout. It's really a good time. But anyway, I just kept making them week after week, and they were just getting like, I don't know, people were just liking it still. So I was like, all right, like if people are still liking it, I'm just gonna keep making these because it's badass. I love doing it, you know?
Yeah.
So 6.5 years later, dude, I'm still doing it. I actually just went full time 5.5 months ago. I had a whole career in construction. I worked for an engineering firm and good, legitimate job. I mean, I've got kids and a mortgage. So I was like, man, I must be insane, but I have to give it a shot, right? I was just torn in two directions all the time. And so I was like, dude, I'm putting in my 2 weeks and I'm just going to see what happens and get some more sponsors. I have to, or else like I'm going to go down in flames. So I like quadrupled my sponsors and just been busting ass ever since.
Dude, that's incredible. Yeah, I mean, the scroll stopping power of like just the visual is like huge, you know, and I do social media and marketing too, like for a living. So like when you see something like that that just goes off, like it's so impressive because you can learn all the tactics and all watch all the YouTube videos of how to do this and how to go viral, and like most people still don't. So it's just like none of that shit matters if you don't have something that people want in the first place or that's interesting in the first place. So some things just go. Like it's so impressive. It's like 2 million on Facebook, especially. That's one of the harder platforms I feel to grow on.
You know what's weird is that just happened in the last month.
Really?
It was 600,000. It was stuck at 600,000 for a long time. I was actually losing like 1,000 per year. And then in the last month, I don't know if like a community guidelines violation fell off and expired, but I've never gone this viral in my life. The last 90 days, or not even 90, it's the last 60 days, I'm sitting at like 700 million views on Facebook,
Holy shit.
which I didn't know was possible. I've never seen anything like that before. Like my maximum before that was 33 million in a month. And I was like, damn, this is pretty crazy. But 700 million is getting like, I'm really getting into unbelievable territory. I don't think this will even ever happen again. If this never happens again, I won't be surprised or sad. Straight up. I'm just accepting it for what it is. I'm trying to hit 1 billion in 60 days. So I've just been posting like a psychopath on Facebook. But yeah, it went from 600,000 to 2.1 million in a month, which is pretty
That's
insane.
amazing.
Because it
Do you
took me
feel like
6 years to get the 600,000, you
right?
know?
Sometimes it happens like that though. You're putting in all like that work and you don't see it, and then boom, all it takes is one thing. But like you're laying the groundwork that whole time, and then you have a back catalog, especially on YouTube. That helps a lot. Um, do you feel like you were like dealing with some sort of censorship over the years, and then that was like lifted? Because I feel like in other categories and like through COVID and stuff, there was all these restrictions and people were getting banned, and then a lot of that was released. It feels like, and things changed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I know and can prove it. I've kept documentation throughout the years that I'm 100% censored. I'm demonetized on Facebook for using firearms, or else I would have just got a check for like 150 grand, dude, for these views. I've been
Yeah.
monetized before, and the 33 million views was about $10,000 that I got. Which is crazy. Like I've never made easier money in my entire life. I thought I was set. But whenever I start making good money on there, they shut it off. They hit me with a community guidelines violation for selling guns, which I don't on Facebook. You'd have to be a psychopath to risk a platform of my size by posting links to guns. I don't do that ever. But they don't care. I mean, they'll find a reason, and then there's no one you can get a hold of, dude. It's over once they get you. So that's why I quit trying to get my page even monetized. After so many years, dude, I've paid thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to third-party services to go lobby Facebook on my behalf and try to get my community guidelines taken down and my monetization. And I've actually went like almost completely crazy because of what they've done to me throughout the years. But at this point, I'm kind of thankful that it's demonetized. Hear me out. Because I don't feel like they're paying attention to me. I think I'm flying under the radar right now because all my monetization is off. It's like nobody's monitoring me. But if I start making a lot of money, dude, every time every time. If I start getting to a good money, wham, they shut it off. And it's not only that they shut off the monetization, they shut off my reach by about 98%. And that's literal. That's actually like 98%. Like I can prove it. And it lasts for about a year. So just one community guidelines. That's why I think I just had a community guidelines violation fall off from last December, I think is what happened. And on November 20th, you can see it on my chart where like it fell off, and like if I'm allowed to just operate, it's awesome. Like I can just go all over the world, go over the internet. But
Yeah,
unfortunately,
because the money can come from other places if you're losing it there. As long as the reach
yeah.
is there, then it's like, okay, I'll take it. But yeah, that's all politics and stupid
Yeah,
shit, you know?
yeah. Well, and YouTube and Instagram do it too. Like for example, Instagram, I'm not able to be recommended to non-followers, which means I'm not allowed to go viral. I'm not allowed to be in a recommended section. You have to come find me, or somebody has to share it, and then maybe you'll see it. But like, it won't go to the explore page. It won't allow it. It like so hashtags to me don't do anything. I don't do hashtags because like I'm not allowed to be in an explore page, and that's because I use guns. And then YouTube, they age restrict my videos like crazy for a host of different reasons that we don't even need to get into really. But like drum magazines, any kind of round magazine, if there's a round magazine on there, bam, age restricted. If there's
Yeah, I was
anything
gonna
that's
say I saw you talk about that. Any drum magazine that you have to blur it out, right?
yeah, yeah. And it sucks because I'm editing a video right now that I just did, shooting a car to a Metallica song, and I forgot to put the bag over the Barrett drum. I've been putting a bag over it so I don't have to manually blur it. Because the tracking software doesn't seem good enough to, especially between all the angles changing. I got like 8 cameras to follow the mag. So, dude, I just have to go frame by frame. Like sometimes I'm like,
Oh,
I'm dropping this from 60 to 30 FPS just to blur this stupid magazine. But yeah, man, it's pretty asinine. And then anything that if I shoot too fast or go anywhere near full auto, it age restricts it. And I mean, I've spent thousands of dollars. I've flown people here from California, spent like 100 hours editing and dropped it on YouTube, and then it was age restricted right away, and then it just kills it. Like nobody will see it. Do not pass. So it's pretty
damn.
demoralizing, man. It is heavy what we deal with making gun videos, but you know, at this point it's just like, what are you gonna do? Just keep going.
Yeah, it seems like they would prefer you just not be on the platform. It's weird what they choose to like. They'll let you be on there, but then you can't have a specific type of magazine. And I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense. I guess they just can't get away with banning you completely, but they would probably rather do that.
Yeah, well, the frustrating part is that it doesn't really make sense. That's like the really frustrating part is that the rules that they come up with are obviously come up by somebody that doesn't know anything about guns, which is what happens with these laws too. Like when they're like, yeah, we need gun control. It's like, I don't think they really understand. Like this is my field of study, right? And when they're passing these laws, they don't know what they're talking about. That's one of the problems. And so you get this legislation that's crazy, dude. You could commit a felony on accident right now because some of the rules are so crazy. You'd never think that's not logical. It's not going to save anybody. But if you happen to do that and the ATF gets a hair up their ass, they can technically come get you and put you in prison for like 10 years. So it's pretty
Yeah.
wild.
I never understood having people make laws who aren't an expert on the subject. It's just so ridiculous. It's
It's
all about
painful. It's painful to see because, you know, everybody's like an expert at something. Like you're probably an expert in some category that I'm not. And if you saw a politician go up and talk about it and you know for a fact that everything coming out of their face is a complete
and
lie,
you're just
it's like, it
postponing.
hurts, you know? Like, God, dude, every time I see a politician talk about firearms, it just hurts my soul because it's like, this is my specialty, right? And to see just like this stupid
Yeah, and it seems
shit.
to be that across the board with the government too, like people in charge of health, and things
Right.
like that. And you see this like overweight, unhealthy person telling people
Hmm.
what they should, and then they at least finally just reversed the food pyramid, which is like decades late.
Yeah, I feel like we've been lied to our whole childhood, man. It's pretty messed up.
Yeah, I felt that way. Like I've stayed out of politics my whole life because it seemed like people who are really into it, they're mad whether their guy won or lost. And I was like, you all just seem miserable and you're just fighting with the other
Yeah.
side. And then there's just too much horse shit. But like, then like me and like other normies who didn't pay attention to it, I think threw like 2020 and COVID and like the riots and all that shit, like a lot of people started waking up to like, man, this is all just a bunch of horseshit, and the media is way worse than we thought. Like I always knew like the news lies to you, but it seemed like, well, this goes way deeper than I realized because I never pay attention.
Yeah, to me, it seems like there's forces at work to just make people fight each other,
Yeah.
which makes sense because if I were like, sometimes I think if I were in whoever has these levers of power, right? It's not me. I'll never be there. I'm not in the club. Neither are you. But
Yeah.
I think sometimes I'm like, dude, they do such a good job because you think about it. They, these people have everything that you look at on social media and that you care about and what gets you like emotionally. They have all that data. They have all this data. So they know what everybody thinks and looks at. And so all you got to do is take a situation and just exploit the shit out of it. Just put it in all the algorithms, make sure everybody sees it and make sure people start fighting about it. And then it just like grows into this thing. And
Yeah.
it's pretty, I
Yeah,
don't
like
know,
they
it's
know
pretty,
they
pretty
know everything that'll
sophisticated.
piss you off, and they specifically will show you things to like get you fired up. And then the comment section is like person from this side yelling about this thing, and then this side, and then you have bots mixed in that aren't even real people that are just stoking the
Yes.
fire. Like it's absolutely fucking insane. And then
That's what
AI is
didn't
making it worse.
that is what's more extreme than what it used to be. Like when I first saw this kind of internet fighting really was in 2016, right? And on Reddit and stuff like that. Reddit's the first place I started seeing bots. Um, but now, whether it's bots or not, what happens is there's an argument on the right and an argument on the left, and they kind of get solidified through popular figures. But
Yeah.
then, dude, something I've noticed that happens is uh false narratives get injected in there everywhere.
Mm.
There'll be like some weird lie that clearly was made up because you wouldn't come to this conclusion otherwise, and it's just dropped in there. So now it's like people are getting discredited because you're lying on accident because you saw it here. I mean, dude, I'm fatigued. I hate it. I wish there was a setting on my social media that would be like avoid this. Well, actually, I just found out that on Instagram you can go to following instead of suggested and see only the people you follow. Didn't know that
Yeah.
until yesterday.
The way it used to be. And of course that's not the default tab because they want you to scroll
No. Yeah,
endlessly.
if you just click on Instagram right here, you can go to following, and that's what I've been starting to do now. So that, because look, dude, first thing on there, right? It's like, dude, I'm tired of it. I don't care. Like, I'm on here to be creative. I got shit going on. I'm not going to affect it one way or another. Like, this world is going to keep going on without me when I die. Not to like black pill or anything, but that's just the way
Yeah.
it is. Like, it's crazy, and I'd
Yeah,
rather.
just here to have fun, create content, fucking listen to music, shoot some guns. Like, what else do you need in life?
Yeah, I mean, if there's an opportunity someday to do some good that maybe I can help or what, like, sure, maybe at that time, but I'm not going to sit here on the internet and just argue about shit. It's
Y-
so crazy to me.
what are your comment sections like? Is it a lot of that? Do you get a lot of Karens about guns, or is it mostly supportive and like fuck yeah?
I've actually been shocked, man. It's like 99.8% positive, and it always has been. And I don't get it, dude. I don't know if there's just so many people that love it to where people are kind of afraid to leave negative comments because maybe they get brigaded or something. Because if I ever tipped the scale to where most of my comments are negative, that's a dangerous spot to be. I've seen it happen a million times to people, but
Yeah.
it's not even close. Like and I think it's because I'm not throwing negativity out there, right? Like you kind of get what you put out. Like I'm having fun, I'm being safe, like it's positive, it's musical, it's safe. I'm not hurting anybody. So
Yeah.
I think it's kind of attracting more of a positive crowd. Although I will say on Facebook, I was just thinking about putting a compilation together last night because there are some firearm experts on Facebook. Let me tell you, I've seen some of the funniest comments I've ever seen in the last month, because that's when things really have been exploding. And man, I'll just so what I do is I bait them a lot, right? Like recently I did a gun cleaning video and I took 7 ARs and I took them all apart and I dumped them in a pile and I threw it in the liquid of my ultrasonic gun cleaner, and I'm being like really obnoxious and rough on purpose, right? And man, the guys that saw me mixing all the pieces and parts of the different guns together and then assembling them in a different order, they couldn't handle it. I mean, I had people melting down in the comments, you know, just like, I can't believe you put those all apart. Those need to go back in the same one and all this. And I, I just love it. Right. I'm like, dude, I got you good. I got, like, first of all, I'm an OG troll. Like, don't feed the troll. That's number one rule. So you can't hurt me. Like, I am the troll. Like, don't even try. But I
Right.
also wanted to say, like, dude, when you start shooting 50,000 rounds a year, come talk to me, you know, like, you probably shoot like 40 rounds an entire year. Like, I don't want to hear what you do with your guns, dude. Like, you don't understand like what this level, it's like commercial at this point, you know?
Yeah, I didn't even think about the armchair experts. That's got to be.
It's
But if
fun.
you're having fun with it and you're being the
Yeah,
master
dude. I
troll, that's
love it.
fucking great.
I love it. One thing I learned, dude, if anybody's listening to this and you're getting into like creative stuff, hear me out. Cause this is like the most important lesson about posting stuff online. Whenever you get a negative comment, self-deprecation is your biggest friend. Either ignore it or self-deprecate. People will be like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I'm just like 100%, you know, because
Then
what are
don't
they
know
going to,
to
what are they
say.
going to do now? Like, there's nothing you can do. Yeah. So I'll self-deprecate a lot or just ignore it. But if you want to get in there and start arguing with people, you made a mistake. You made a big mistake. Unless it's a legitimate criticism that you feel like clearing up, don't get down in there. Don't get down in there and start fighting. It makes you look bad. Just word of advice.
Yeah, there's a lot of miserable people out there that spend their lives in comment sections wasting just hours and hours arguing with someone who might not even be a real person.
And keep this in mind. If you got like 3 negative comments and it's bothering you, but you have like 9,000 likes, just do that math real quick. Like, you had 3 people that were mad and it's getting to you because you read it, but you had like 9,000 people that liked it. So it's real.
Yeah.
It's like statistically 0.
Yeah. And I noticed too on your YouTube videos, it overwhelmingly positive thumbs up versus thumbs down. I have the thing where it put the thumbs down back on my browser so I can see.
Yes.
Like, I hated when
Yes.
they fucking removed that.
I know.
It made me so mad. It was like that one Biden video that got like millions of thumbs down and they're like, we got to hide this.
I hate it, man. I hate it.
That
It
used to be
sucks out here.
when I would look things up of how to do something or to learn something or explain something to me, I would judge if the video was good based on the thumbs down and go, okay, this guy probably doesn't tell it or explain things properly. And now, you know, yeah, I had to fucking find a whatever you call it to put on my browser, a plugin so I could see that again. It's so stupid. Like, we need that.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. Like, these platforms really have opportunity to be so incredible and they just squander it. And I don't know if it's through bureaucracy, like they got too big and now they can't function, or if it's all well, clearly some of it is ideologically driven, right? I mean, that's
Yeah.
obvious. But it's just unfortunate, man. I mean, especially watching Facebook like kind of get worse over the years, because it is a very underestimated platform. I mean, we all look at it like, oh, it's boomer book. Like, I get it, right? Like, I'm not on Facebook browsing around or whatever. I mean, I'm not hating on somebody for doing that. I'm just saying the amount of people on planet Earth. I'm talking about, dude, I've gone viral and got like 110,000 shares on a video in a foreign country I didn't know existed, right? Like, that's that's crazy stuff, man. It's really, there are like billions of people with a Facebook account. So there's a lot of opportunity there. I mean, especially if you market online, if you do products, you get a lot of bang for your buck if you pay to boost some ads. There is a lot of people doing that because it's really good bang for your buck. You reach a lot of people for not a lot of money. So there's a couple
if you
of good
put the
ways
money
to
up,
utilize
it's fantastic. Like, I have noticed in, like, I've been doing social media for probably, I don't know, since 2011, 12, working with a PR company. And we've had so many clients over the years. And like, it used to be way easier with organic reach on Facebook. And like, they basically shut that off to 0 and you have to pay to play. But if you do, it's fantastic.
Yeah, 100%, man. And then YouTube's kind of like getting worse, unfortunately. It's like the home page doesn't make any sense anymore. Like the homepage is crazy. That's been getting worse over time. They removed the thumbs down button, you know, and then of course it's crazy seeing how much TikTok changed the way that all of these platforms operate. Like, I'm not here to complain about how long form has gone down the tubes, but they kind of had to. Like, TikTok was dominating, and so Instagram and Facebook are like, well, we better have reels. And then YouTube's like, oh, we better have shorts. And everything has just changed since
Yeah.
TikTok came out. So it's been pretty crazy to watch.
There is a benefit and then there's a big downside because like if you spent the time grinding to build a huge following and then all of a sudden they change the algorithms so where most of your followers aren't guaranteed to see your shit and you're going out to random people and you have people with like millions of followers and you can see the reach on their videos is like way down.
Yep.
But
Yep.
then there's the benefit to if you're a new creator, you can reach anyone without the following. So it's
Yes.
like, where's the good balance in the middle for everybody? I don't know.
The balance would be showing the audience the long form videos. I mean, dude, they don't show anybody. I've got 557,000 people clicked subscribe. And when I release a long form video, it gets like 300 views in the first hour. You know what I mean? It's bizarre. It's like that should be mathematically impossible to be happening. Like, 5,000 people should have clicked on it by accident or something. It's just that they don't show people. They literally don't show people your video, which is just psychotic.
Do you think that's specifically due to like your content and that they don't want you to have more reach because of the gun stuff?
I think only partially. I've seen this. I've seen a lot of people struggling with this that aren't even in the gun world. So I'm not going to sit here and say it's 100% due to the guns because I don't think it is. I think it's partially for sure. I mean, I know that I've been wronged, like for sure. Um, but I think it's a wider problem with YouTube not showing subscribers the content. I mean, I've seen a lot of people talking about it.
Yeah. I've never dealt with an audience of your size from that side, so I don't have much to compare to, but I do notice it. And like if you do like cater to what the algorithm currently wants and what's hot, but it's like why would you want to do that all the time and be like disingenuous to what you're trying to create? Like on my personal Instagram, I posted. Do you play video games at all?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so there's a video game out right now called Arc Raiders that's huge, and it's going off on like every social media network, probably partially because of my algorithm. But every time I open it, I see a clip from that game. So I posted one. I put a Nickelback song over it, which was fucking funny, but it's a really epic clip. And now that clip has 500, 600,000 views and like 40,000 likes on Instagram. Just completely trounces anything else I've ever done.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that's random, but it's because that game was hot. It wasn't because of my account or anything else. And it's like everything else I try to do is such an uphill grind with the podcast and posting clips and whatever. And it's like some of the names I've had on here are from some bigger metal bands, Black Dahlia Murder, The Red Chord and stuff, and they do okay. But like the general audience and the general population out there who doesn't know some of these underground metal bands, they scroll through and see a clip of two guys they don't know talking. They're just like, next, shock me, make me laugh, make me feel something, which I hate having to do that. And, like I need to figure out what's the best hook for this clip to get people to watch. It's so stupid, but you gotta kind of stay genuine, but to play the game a little bit, or what's the point?
I think you're exactly right, man. It's frustrating. And I think there's a good middle ground because I'll just accept that my video is not going to do as well as if it did if I followed all the tricks and did a soy face in the thumbnail with an arrow in a circle and
The
did
soy
like
face.
the intro and the tease. Like there's all these things that clearly you can see people do and it works, like Mr.
Yeah.
Beast and stuff. But I don't know. I guess I'm just kind of stubborn. I like when you click on one of my videos, it literally just starts. You click on one of my videos and the music just plays and then it's just me in there. Like probably stupid, dude. I've had a lot of people try to give me advice and they're like, you should really have more of an intro or like get people's, and maybe I will, right? Like, I mean, I'm almost 7 years
You can
in.
experiment with it, but if it doesn't feel like you, then
I
fuck
just
it,
like 'em.
because
Yeah.
I went through the same thing with this show because I had never ran a podcast before. I'm not necessarily naturally a host personality. So whenever I'm trying to do something that feels like formal or whatever, I feel really fucking stupid. So I would do an intro separate from the guest and explain who they were and be like, okay, let's go. And then cut to this. And I was like, all the podcasts that I love and the reason I wanted to try this don't fucking do that. So like, you watch Rogan that cuts in halfway through a conversation. Yeah. And
Yes.
he's Rogan. Obviously, I'm not that, but I was like, let me just like kind of just roll with how the conversation starts and cut out all the bullshit. And I don't want segments. I don't want it to be a formal interview. We can talk about whatever the fuck you want and just have fun with it. And if people like it, cool. If they don't, I'm still having a good time.
Yeah, man, that's something I learned too. I love doing little intros. It's even with short videos because it like warms you up into the situation I'm about to put you in. But unfortunately, you'll lose like 90% of people in the first second. That's how many videos people watch on a daily basis now, dude. You got to think like the average human being probably watches like hundreds of videos every day without even realizing it. So that's why, dude, like some of my most unhinged reels and shorts that just like go all over the internet. It's because it's just like as soon as you see it, you're getting shot in the face by 50. I have a drone flying in front of it, and everybody
Yeah.
thinks it's a cameraman. Like thousands of people think it's a cameraman running in front of the 50 as I'm like shooting it, but it's a drone. So we've been having a lot of fun with that. We might even make a video where we cut and make it look like somebody's like running in front of it, and then I cut to the drone camera. But
Someone's going to get so upset.
like you said, without the intro, I just been dropping it straight into the subject, like right into the topic, because you have to. It's different now, dude. It's the days of like television are over. I mean, this is like immediate content.
I think it's just proof too. Like if you have something people want, then they're gonna watch it, and it'll find its way through no matter what. Unfortunately, you're dealing with some censorship that's trying to hold you back, but you're still fucking crushing it. It's like really impressive, dude. It's awesome.
Thank you.
So you said earlier you were in a Slipknot cover band. Tell me more about that because they were one of my favorites growing up, and probably the reason I got into extreme metal before I'd heard anything like that.
I mean, it's kind of embarrassing, dude. We didn't do a whole lot. It was just this random group of guys in Columbus, Ohio that I saw on Craigslist or something that they were looking for a drummer.
Yeah.
And we met up a couple times and jammed, but that was it. We didn't play any shows or anything. But
Oh, okay.
um,
Gotcha.
I've just always been into Slipknot and playing it and obsessing over it. And this has given me an opportunity to play it more and have contact with members of the band. And
Oh, no shit. That's
um,
awesome.
yeah, man. Yeah.
What's your favorite record from them?
First two.
Yeah. That's really the only correct answer.
Well, the first self-titled album is the one that really got me going. That's what kicked it off. And I just loved that album, man. It's so insane. There's so many good songs on there. Um, and then Iowa, of course, is just completely unhinged. So I
Yeah.
love that too. I mean, I'm not like hating on any of their other albums. It's just like how old are you?
I'm 40.
Okay, see, I'm about to be 35. So it's like whatever era of a band you first get into, it seems to just follow you, right? So if somebody younger than us came in and they had a later album from Slipknot, maybe that's their favorite album. But
Yeah, it might be volume 3 or
we are older. Well, and to be fair, Volume 3 has some 6 songs on it, like The Blister Exists,
Yo,
Duality.
that song rips. Is that
Um,
the one with the big snare, like the marching snare
yeah, it's like
bridge? Yeah, that's super sick.
down, down. I love playing that song, dude. Pulse of the Maggots is on there before I forget. Um, yeah, those songs. And then I was just kind of taking a look at their albums. The original one, you got Sick, Eyeless, Wait and Bleed, Surfacing, Liberate. I mean, these are some crazy songs on here. And then Iowa. I
Sick,
mean,
Eyeless,
everybody
and
has.
Surfacing are probably like my top 3. But then I'll listen to it and be like, nope, this one's sick. Scissors is fucking sick as a long, weird ass fucking
Yes.
track. Like, it's so good. I went into Hot Topic when I was, I don't know what year that come out, 99. So I was 14 years old, and remember when they used to have the fucking CD player in there? You could put on the headphones.
Yes.
and I put that on. I had never heard of Slipknot. I saw that album cover with, like, all the masks and shit, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And I just hit play, and it was like, "Dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun,"
Dun,
and I
dun,
was like,
dun, dun,
"Oh,
dun, dun, dun,
3
dun, dun,
fucking
dun, dun, dun.
drummers." And I was like, my
Yeah.
life was changed from that point. I was the little new metal kid with, like, purple bangs and fucking Jinkos on or whatever, UFO
Yes.
pants.
I'm trying to get some
Uh,
Jankos and bring it back.
yeah. I think I've seen some people on Instagram wearing them. They might be
I
making a comeback.
Dude, it is. Like, I've seen people wearing them, and it are you talking dude, there's that one guy, you've probably seen him, he's got, like, rollerblades on, he's got the Jinkos with the flames, he's got, like, a Walkman in his pocket with the headphones, like, he's just killing it. But yeah, man, Iowa, I mean, think about think about how crazy this is. Like, you get this album, first song, People Equal Shit. Then it's right into the Disaster Piece, which is one of the hardest songs on drums by them, bro. If you've never tried Disaster Piece on drums,
Oh
it's
god.
yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I can play it, but I try. You know, and
The
then my
lyrics
play
too, "I wanna slit your throat and fuck the wound" is the first thing he
Yeah.
says.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? I've got kids now, so some things are different now, man. Like, believe it or not, there are some songs that I just don't cover on my channel because kids love my channel. I have a box right beside me with like 30 shirts that I'm folding and putting in this box to send to these 4 boys because their mom sent me a video on Christmas, and they're like, "My boys have watched your Christmas video for the last 4 years in a row." And I'm like, "All right, what's your
Oh, that's
address?" Like,
awesome.
I'm sending boxes of stuff. And, I get that, like, constantly, so I'm aware that children are watching my stuff, and once in a while, I'll go to cover a song, and I'm like, "Dude, I don't wanna be that guy." I don't, man. I don't wanna be like a prude or whatever, but yeah, that's a perfect example that's like, ah, damn, you know?
That's respectable, though. You're doing the right thing.
I'm trying to find a balance, dude. I still want it to be hardcore and awesome, but I mean, there are so many kids watching this shit that I also want to
Yeah,
like
I
make
mean,
sure
you
I'm
don't
being
need,
safe.
like
Um,
you
you
don't need
know,
gnarly lyrics. It's already, like, badass testosterone-fueled, like, America, fuck yeah, like, it's fucking killing it.
yeah, that's a hard intro lyrically, dude. I mean, God. You can tell how unhinged they were in Iowa. That's why I love Iowa, dude. If you sit there and listen to that record, you can tell they're like in pain. I don't think any of them were in a good state of mind at all. They're just like,
Yeah, I think they said that too. They were all in a bad place, like, and they wanted to follow up so quickly from the first record, because of the success, but they were so beaten up from tour, and they went right into writing the most, like you said, unhinged fucking thing they could, and they were like, but that's how you create amazing fucking brutal art like that. Is like, it doesn't come from a good place.
no, well, see, and I try to imagine if I were in a band for 30 or 40 years and I'm on top of the world and then I have to write an album. Like, how hard is that? Because A, you have all those years of like thinking about how am I going to top crap? How am I going to top that last one? How am I going to top that great record? Like, I probably can't,
Yeah.
but you're trying anyway. And then you have the stress of like, what am I even going to write about? You know, like things have been going pretty well now, actually, for the last like 20 years. Like,
Yeah, so you're
where
not
am I going to
angry
get
and
this
pissed off.
hatred from?
You're like, I actually have money now and I can afford a house, and like, because like most people like who go into metal and shit, like, everyone has hopes that they'll make it at least some form of a job or, whatever. And like all the bands I've been in, I toured all over the world and shit, but like we never made fucking money. So the dream was just to like put out records, people actually like it, and like and play in front of people. So like I achieved every dream I ever wanted. In the back of your mind, you're like, oh, maybe there's a chance, but there really isn't for most bands. And it's great to see so many heavy bands like getting to the next level these days, like fucking Bring Me the Horizon. Like, I mean, they went super poppy, but I like anything they do for some reason. But like Bad Omens, Lorna Shore, like Body Snatcher, they're like killing it. Like, so it's good to see like bands actually making a living from playing like brutal extreme music, which when I was coming up felt like impossible unless you went more mainstream.
I'm so glad you brought that up, man, because I've known the guys in Body Snatcher for 6 years, probably more than
Oh,
that.
no shit.
2019 was the first time I saw and like started talking to them. So to see them, dude, I know how hard they've worked. I've seen them live like 8 times. I mean, dude, they've been working their way up the bill. First time I saw them, they played to like 6 people. And then the
Right.
last time I saw him, dude, place was wall to wall, and they were like 2 before the headliner, but still, it was late. It was packed. People were dude, they knew the songs. So I'm so happy to see that. Same with Slaughter to Prevail. They came over, dude, and shot guns in 2019 or 2020. If you
Oh,
YouTube
no shit.
Slaughter to Prevail gun drummer, you'll see it on Alex's channel. It's called I don't remember. It's like Slaughter to Prevail with a gun drummer or something. It's on Alex's channel. I think it's on my channel too, but it's like an 8-minute video of me teaching them how to shoot guns because they were straight from Russia. Like, had no idea. And I watched them play to like a couple people, right? So to see them go from, you know, like just they weren't small. I'm not trying to be a dick. It was just, the first time I saw them was at a Chelsea Grin show, and they were probably the first opener. And then to see them now, like absolute, and I knew it. I mean, from the first, dude, that's why I was so aggressive about reaching out and talking to Evgeny, the drummer. And I was like, dude, you guys need to come over and shoot. I love your stuff. He's like, all right, well, come meet us at the show. So I went to meet him at a show. And what was funny is Evgeny didn't speak any English at the time. I don't know. It's been 5 or 6 years, so maybe it's better. But dude, him and I kicked it at this concert, and people were coming up to me because they recognized me, and then people were coming up to him. But what's crazy is he didn't speak any English at all. So we were trying to communicate to each other, but like it wasn't really working that well. So we just kicked it, dude. We just stood there. We're like smoking cigs and just keeping each other company no matter what. It's like, fuck it. I don't understand you, don't, but we're going to kick it, dude. We're going to stand right here. And then he introduced me to Alex, and Alex was like, all right, yeah, we'll come over tomorrow. You seem cool, whatever. And so they came over and shot guns all day, and it was a cool time. But anyway, to see them blow up like that. And then you mentioned Lorna Shore, like that whole To the Hellfire outro that went so viral was so good for everybody, man. Like rising tide lifts all ships. As soon as that happened, I was like, yes, this is so good for everybody. Good for the metal scene. And Lorna Shore, dude, to see a band that technical to get to the level of fame actually doesn't make any sense to me. I don't even understand it.
I brought that up on like so many episodes on here recently. Like it blows my mind how massive they are. And I never mean that in like a negative way. It's like not because they're bad, it's because they're so insane. Like there's the shows I've seen, like the footage of the crowd, it's just massive crowds. Like it's so cool. What was I going to say? Oh, Kyle from Body Snatcher was on here last year. It was the first time I talked to him. He's such a sweetheart. Great dude.
Yes. Yes. I'm just so happy for him because I know how hard they've been busting their asses. I've been watching it. It's no joke being in a band, dude. Like driving around in a van all across the country, away from home, just playing these venues that aren't helping you out half the time, carrying all your gear,
making no
eating
money.
crap, dude, not sleeping. Yeah, I mean, it's insane.
Yeah, I remember I wore like swimming trunks on a tour once, and just because I knew I wouldn't shower for 2 or 3 days because we couldn't afford hotel rooms. It was just middle of summer, just either had no shirt or like a sleeveless shirt, and I wore swim trunks so I didn't have to wash boxers. Not that those didn't get nasty, but the things you do on the road, it's just like it's different when you're 22. Like you don't care about anything, just happy to be there. Did you ever go on the road with anybody?
No, man. I've never gone on the road. I get tired after like 3 days away from home. I just got back from Vegas and it took me 4 days to recover. Today's day 5 and I feel back to myself again. So I don't know how people do it. Maybe you adapt, but yeah, when I go on a YouTube collab or something for a few days, man, I'm exhausted. So I don't understand. I have bands come and stay here. They park their RVs in my driveway and they'll stay here. And then we'll shoot guns. We'll hang out at night and have a fire. And I'm like, how far are you in? They're like, oh, we're 6 weeks in. We got 2 weeks left. And I'm like, how are you alive? How are you alive? I don't understand. I would die. You guys are crazy.
You do, like, I will say this. We toured a lot back in the day. Our band got back together in 2023, and we never did a tour this time around because everyone's old with kids and shit. But we did do like a couple weekends where it'd be like 2, 3 days. And the first 2 days, I'm like, "Fuck, I just wanna be home on my couch," and, like, you're standing around the venue all day after loading in, and there's nothing to fucking do, and we're old now, so we're not just gonna drink beer all day and sit in the van.
Yep.
But then by the 3rd or 4th day, like, when it's time to go home, I didn't want to. I was ready to stay out. Something flips, but you have to get through those first, like, 3, 4 days, and I was bummed when I woke up at home on Tuesday, "Shit, I kinda still wanted to keep going." But,
That's funny
yeah,
you
it's a
mentioned
rough
that
life.
because I just experienced that last week. The first day I was in Vegas, I felt like kind of uncomfortable. The second day, I felt really uncomfortable. My whole body was just averting it. It's like, dude, go back home. This sucks. Like, I'm not in my element. I feel like crap. I'm nervous. And then the day after that, it was like butter. I was just
Yeah.
walking, talking, feeling good, just in my element, even though I wasn't. I was like out in the middle of nowhere. So I think you're right. And then I tried to stay an extra day. And the guy at Frontier, they normally have no opinion, but this guy was like, I was like, hey, can I push my flight back? And because of this, there's a big snowstorm that just hit. He was like, I wouldn't. He's like, I'll be honest with you, man. I would not do that. I'd fly out of here while you can. I was like, oh, all right. But I know what you
Yeah.
mean. Like, I wasn't ready to go. I didn't want to go. And then you get home and you have like a little bit of depression for a few days. And it's just,
Yeah, it drags your brain this way and that way, and you're like, you have to stay in one or the other to, like, acclimate. Then once you do, you're okay, and then coming back from it, like, I used to come back from the road after, like, a month or 2 out, and it's like, I don't even know how to be a person.
yes.
Like, not I'm used to waking up in a hotel or the van, and then where are we going, and then we have our schedule and we had printed out MapQuest shit back in the day with our binder, and we'd be like,
Yep.
"Okay, we got 300 miles to there. I'll take the first shift. After 200 miles, you take over." And, you're just like clockwork after being out there for so long, and you come home, and I didn't have a job in between most of the time, and I was like, "I have no idea what to do."
I just called Hunter from Hunt the Dinosaur because he met me in Vegas last week for SHOT Show. It's the biggest gun show in the world. Kind of like NAMM, but for guns. That's where we were. Him and I were just rocking out, man. We're just talking to everybody all day. We're freaking meeting people. We're going out to eat. We're standing together at night at the hotel outside, just goofing off and having fun. And then to come back home, it was just like peace. And it's 3 hours behind over there. So I'm 3 hours like messed up in my head. So I'm up late. And I was just standing in the snow the other night in the dark, just in the country. And I'm like, man, I don't know what to do. I feel like I should just be standing out here, like talking to somebody or talking to Hunter right now about like what we're going to do, what our next move is. And it's just silence. Like my family's asleep. I'm just standing in the snow, wide awake. Like, what do I do? And I FaceTimed him and he's been on tour a million times. And he was like, yeah, man, he's like, that's how it is when you come back. It's weird. You really just feel like everything's quiet. You don't know what to do with yourself.
Yeah, it's a drastic mental shift. So your property, do you shoot most of your videos on your property, or sometimes it looks like you're at a range, or where are you at?
There's a range that I rent out that's pretty big. So like any of the big epic videos you've seen where we're like playing Pantera with instruments or whatever,
Oh,
those are
Domination
all
was my favorite one, by the way. That's so sick. When you got out the 50 cal in the breakdown.
dude,
It's the best. It's so good.
it's the best thing I've ever captured on camera. I just talked to the guys the other day because it was like New Year's, and I was like, guys, I just want to let you know, thank you for flying out here. Like Cameron Lowe's from Born of Osiris played drums. He drove from Chicago, and then Josh Dubois from the Bass Channel and Hellbag Daryl, look him up if you guys don't on Instagram. Hellbag Daryl, Daryl Blanco. He flew up from California, and those guys just understood the assignment. None of them shoot guns. None of them are familiar with guns. I just told them where to stand, and I was like, boys, this is the plan. Just hang on to your ass, and we all put in-ears in. It just went, dude. We just went. That was the one take right there. It's literally one take. And my camera guy's like falling and tripping over the tripods. And he gets around the corner and zooms in and punches in right as I fire the first shot on the Barrett as the breakdown hits and freaking Hellbags squealing on the guitar. Dude, that is the craziest thing I've ever captured on camera ever. Like, it's just the craziest shit. And I'm so proud of it. I'm so
It's
proud of that.
fantastic. Anything with the 50 cal, like, oh my God, like that one. And then like the knocked loose one was really sick. When you're
Thanks,
cocking the
man.
shotgun on beat, that was so badass. And then what was the other one I loved? Raining Blood with Slayer. That was so good. But it just looks like a blast, dude. Like that's like every guy's dream to just go shoot guns, listen to metal, hang out with their friends, and then you're doing it for a job.
Yeah, well, and what we talked about earlier, how people get comfortable. And I've never been comfortable. Like all my monetization's been shut off. So like, I don't know if that keeps me making such crazy shit because I'm not comfortable. I've never been. I wish I could be. I long to be. Like people are always like, "Oh, you don't want to get comfortable or more money, more problems." And I'm like, "Dude, whatever. I want to figure that out on my own. I would like to experience that and then I'll decide if I have too much money or if I'm too comfortable. But damn, like I could really use a little less anxiety, you know?"
I agree with that. It's always the people who have already made it who are like, "Oh, it sucks up here too, so you don't really need it." And you're like, "I will get there and then I will, decide if I agree with you once I once I'm at the point I want to be."
Yeah, dude.
It's easy to say once you're there. Because if it's miserable up there and down here, I'd still rather be up there.
Yeah, it's like I read business books that people recommend to me and like, you get good bits of information out of it. But also I feel like these authors sometimes forget, like they get used to having infinite capital and they forget that like a normal human being can't go hire 20 people right now, you know? Like I was reading this, somebody recommended a book the other day and he's like, "You can't just do this. You have to go and immediately find those people and hire like 10 people and do all this." And I'm just like, well, what? Well,
Yeah, who are you
how?
talking
Like,
to?
dude, I don't understand. Like, maybe I'm the dummy. I'm not that financially literate. Like, that's not my background, but still, it just sounds like you forgot that, uh,
Yeah.
you know.
I watched or read something about like I was digging into podcast shit when I've only done this for a little over a year now, and it's like similar thing, and people are saying like you got to build out your team, you got to have someone do your editing and graphic design so you can focus on this and that. And it's like my show makes $100 on YouTube like every 3 months, like
Yeah, right, dude.
who the fuck am I hiring to do shit? And like I'm still losing money with all my subscriptions to Adobe and
Yeah.
Riverside and all this, and like I like doing it. Because like just 3 years ago, I didn't really know how to edit videos. So I've learned a lot in that short time. I like being hands-on. I like it to be a very specific way. It might not be as good as someone who's been doing it forever, but I like having my show be exactly how I like it. So yeah, I'm just like, you forget who you're talking to. If this is a book for people beginning or a video for people beginning, like you're going to say, hire a team immediately as soon as you can. And it's like, most people never get to that point where they can even consider that.
Yeah, man. And I know I need to do it. That's what this year's for. I'm really going to try, but I struggle with having people edit my stuff. Like if it was something
Yeah.
like this, that's fine. Or if it's a talking video or if it's a normal gun review, that's fine. But like, dude, what I'm doing right now, I got like 6, 7, 8, 9 microphones that all need mixed. And then I got like 2 drones plus like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 other cameras of different angles. And then you got to put it to the music. So it's just so weird that I've struggled having people edit this stuff together. I'm sure the guy out there exists, but it always ends up just being more work because I have to put 300 gigs of shit in a folder and send
Yeah.
it to him. And then I need to have it like put together probably first loosely in Premiere and send him the Premiere file too. Cause otherwise, like, how are you going to know what
Yeah.
the hell is going
And,
on?
and then you're
Um,
almost already there anyway. So it's like you might
yeah,
as
dude.
well finish it. But yeah, I was going to ask like how many cameras and mics and like, so you're doing one take most of these?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Do you do any
Yeah.
kind of rehearsal at all? Like dry fire going, I want to hit the beats here? Or is it just fuck it, let's go?
Dude, I would, but it takes me like 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours to load up my stuff and then drive to the location. And then it takes me another like 2 or 3 hours to set everything up. And then by that point, I'm just like already starting to get exhausted. And I'm like, shit,
Yeah.
I have to still film. We haven't even hit record. Like I've been doing this since 5 a.m. and it's 1 p.m. and we haven't even hit record yet. So by
Yeah.
that point, I'm just fatigued and I usually just jump right into it, dude, because everything's got to be turned on. So you got to be ready to rock and roll when it's time. Like, okay, guys, I think we're ready. Drone, go ahead and launch. Press record on the microphones. Turn on all the action cameras one by one because we don't have all those connected. There's ways to do it, but it's got Bluetooth and it interferes with other shit. long story short, get that going, get my in-ear monitors, get that song ready. And once everything is rolling, then it's like, you better shoot your damn shot, right? Because you got the drone's limited battery and all the magazines are loaded, which takes forever. All the guns are off safe. So they're all loaded. They're all hot. So you got to just act now, like while you can, dude. And hopefully some magic will happen. Sometimes it doesn't, but most of the time it does. Cause like I practice the songs on drums for like a week or two before. If I mean, sometimes it's just on the fly, but you know what I mean? If you've been listening to a song and jamming it for 20 years, then it's more or less, especially if it's Metallica. Like I did Holier Than Thou. That's the one I'm editing right now. I don't really need to practice it that much. Blackened, I might have to revisit a little bit, just to catch a little bit of those funky little things near the end. But
I loved what was the one you did recently? I think it was recent where you had a drummer and he was he was hitting a propane tank with frying pans and throwing them, and you were hitting it with a shotgun.
yeah, man, his name is Jacob Mooney, and he's this guy on Instagram, just like you, man. We were chatting because I forget what I called him for. But I'll just call people on Instagram. Like if I see somebody interesting, I'll be like, whatever, dude. I love talking to artists. And I called him and he's like, oh, like, dude, I live in Columbus. And I was like, dude, well, I'm 1 hour from there. I'm coming over. And I came over the next day. Dude, literally drove down because I needed help recording drums for that Knocked Loose song, Suffocate. I was going to record it at my house, but I'm kind of like a newbie at tracking drums. So he was like, oh, do you need help with that? And I was like, I'll be there tomorrow. So I drove down there and I ended up having him do it because I was just like, I'll just have you play drums. What am I playing drums for? I'm at your house. So that's why in the beginning of that YouTube video, Knocked Loose, Suffocate, I was like, I don't feel like doing this today. You do it. And I handed him the sticks and he played. But after we checked that, he was like, hey, can I come over tomorrow? I got this idea, dude. It's a propane tank. And I just want to hit it with a pan, throw the pan, shoot it with a shock. He was like obsessed with this idea, just obsessed with. And I was like, yeah, you can come over. I don't care. So, dude, they drove up. It was New Year's Eve in the middle of a blizzard. I mean, like, it was so cold, so windy, snowing, this wet snow the whole time. So all the electronics are getting soaked. There's mud on everything. It was hard, dude. Our fingers were all frozen. And then I somehow managed to underexpose every single camera in existence that was out there. So the footage ended up being ass. It's all dark. Had to add exposure. It just looks like shit. But either way, whatever, dude. We made it happen. He came up. Adam, who's the drummer from Starset, was with him too. I guess they hang out. So I had met him and we played some different stuff out there.
That's so awesome. You have such a unique thing where you could combine music with guns, and it's like, oh, just talk to this guy. Come over and we'll just make something happen. Like, that's
I'm down.
fucking badass.
Like I'm down whenever. I mean, like with some people, you have to plan so far in advance for a collaboration, and that's great. That's fine. That's how you should do it. But with art, with music and stuff, it's a little different than counting widgets, right? Like my wife will ask me, like, when are you going to be done filming? I'm like, I have no idea. I have no idea. Like, this is not like producing something in a factory. There's this elusive magic you got to capture, and you got to capture it while everything's ready to capture it. And man, it's bizarre how to make fire with music and video. Like it is a very elusive thing. So I believe in momentum. If I'm really hitting it off with somebody I just met and we're talking about projects, it's like, come over now. We're hyped right now. Like, let's not schedule it in a month. If you can swing it, let's just do this now. I'll fly there tomorrow, like, let's go.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude. That's a great attitude. Like, I think that's why you're crushing it too. So besides like the video wasn't perfect or the exposure was off, it's like none of that shit really matters if what you're doing is, resonating with people.
Well, and sometimes you got to just take the L, dude. You can't win every single time. And that's what I was explaining to Jacob because he was a little bummed out about it. He's like, dude, that video should have crushed. And I'm like, you're right. It should have crushed. You're hitting a propane tank with a pan. We made a song for it. We literally tracked that on a guitar the day before and the drums. You're throwing the pan. I'm shooting it on beat. I got a microphone on the pan. It sounded awesome. But it didn't look that good. Like it was my fault. I messed up. I underexposed it. It looked kind of bad. And also, dude, even if it was the best video, and I'm explaining this to him because he's kind of new. I was like, dude, you could make the best video in the world, the sickest thing anyone has ever seen, and put it on the internet and it dies. Like it doesn't matter. It's the same with music, man. I talked to a member of Slipknot, told me this. He was like, dude, He's like, I have had songs where I knew it was going to absolutely dominate and people hated it. And then we've had songs that were throwaway songs that somehow still
Yeah.
made it to the album, and we play them at every show. He's like, I can't tell you after how long has he been doing this, right? 35, 36, 37, 38 years.
Yeah.
Well, like 30 years, right? To be fair. And it's like, he can't even figure it out. I mean, these guys that have infinite resources still can't figure out how to get lightning in a bottle every time. So, dude, you got to just keep going and post. It's like accuracy through volume. It's a marathon, not a race. That's what I tell people that are starting. It's like, dude, you can't expect a viral video by making it. Like, it just
Yeah,
happens.
if you get attached to a video and the outcome before you post it, you're already in trouble
And it
because
sucks
you don't
because,
know what's gonna happen. Same with songs, like, that's the beautiful thing about music, though, it's like, it's so subjective, and the way you feel it when it came out of you might hit someone else completely different, which is why they're like, "Wait, you fucking love this? This was like a jam we just threw together one day, and we needed a filler track," and then it becomes a favorite. Like, so you never know, but that's what's cool about it too.
yeah, it's weird, man. But it's a marathon, not a race, and it will absolutely crush your emotions and your morale. Uh, if you don't just like keep going and kind of treat it as a number, right? Like I put a video up and I mean, obviously I want it to crush and I love it and it's awesome, but I just know better. Like I know that maybe it won't. Some of my most popular videos, I hate them. Sucks. I messed up the whole video. Like to me, it's like ass. Like I messed everything up. Like barely made it through, and I don't really like it at all. But guess what? It's like my most popular video. It's so weird, dude. I can't explain it.
Yeah. I mean, people see you shooting guns to one of their favorite songs, it's kinda like, they're gonna be fucking stoked no matter what.
Well, that's true. There is a direct correlation between the popularity of the song and the popularity of the video, right? That's with any cover. Like if you go to a Nick Nocturnal's channel, like guess what? You know, the most popular covers he's done are probably like the most popular songs in some way correlation. Like that's just how it works. Like if you're looking for a cover of something, you're going to click on something that you know already. So unfortunately, that gets like confusing to me because I just have to sometimes I'll just take like a song that a lot of people don't like or know, you know, say I'm going to go cover After the Burial or something. Like, of course, you and I know After the Burial, but your general population of the earth has no idea who After the Burial is. So I just going into it, I already know. I don't know if this will be popular, but I'm doing it because I love it. So
Yeah. You gotta do that shit too, do shit for you, and then you're not always that's mentally draining to always cater to what you think the audience wants. You
yeah,
gotta be
dude.
creating for yourself too.
Yeah.
Uh, I always feel that with, like, writing music, like, I never write for the audience, but I'm always aware of, like, "Oh, this part could fucking slap if we put that pause right there and the vocal comes in, and it's a good sing-along part," but never writing to if I wanted to make money from writing music, I wouldn't be writing the shit I wrote all these years, that's for sure.
That's exactly right, man. If you're trying to get rich and famous by writing metal music, I mean, you might be able to do it. I'm not trying to discourage you. And same with gun internet content. Like people all the time like, dude, I want to do what you're doing and like make a bunch of money. And I'm like, bro, you are in the wrong category of stuff, my man.
Yeah.
If you're doing stuff with music, first of all your stuff's going to be copyrighted. And if you make
I was
your own
gonna ask about
music,
that too, yeah.
if you make your own music and it's metal, nobody's going to listen to it. You know, like if you're trying to be a one hit wonder, like go try to do some pop or some country or even EDM. Like metal's like the last thing. Like metal is the last thing unless you do it because you love it, right? But don't do it to get
Exactly.
rich. And then making gun content on the internet, dude. Like, good luck with that too. Again, you should do it if you love it. It's awesome. I want to see your videos, but do not go into that thinking, "Oh, I'm going to make all this money." Like it's a long way away from the days of FPS Russia 10, 15 years ago. Like it is a different game now. You get demonetized and censored and all that.
And like, I think just the space is so oversaturated with just everything. It's so accessible now to shoot a video on your phone, edit it, and simple thing. Like I edit all my stuff in CapCut. It's great, but it's like really easy compared to Adobe Premiere or something for a beginner. And like everyone can create content. Music, music production is easier than it's ever been. Like people are creating AI music now, which is just a travesty. But like everyone can make content, everyone can have a YouTube channel, everyone tries to be a TikTok influencer, and it's just even if your shit's good, it's so hard to rise through that shit. There's just too many people making too many videos and people scrolling too much with no fucking attention span anymore. It's just brutal.
That's a really good point, right? On one hand, we're very happy that you don't have to be signed to a label to get your music heard. Because back 40, 50 years ago, that's all. Like if the record labels didn't like it and the radio stations didn't play it, then nobody's going to know you exist, right? Um, but now, you really can get out there, and that's cool because I've seen on YouTube like 8-year-old drummers that put me to shame, right? And some of these kids playing guitar, or like those guys, Necro Pisser. You seen those kids on Instagram? Dude, they're
I don't
awesome.
think so, no.
They're like kids. They're like children, dude. And the one kid is just a vocalist, and the other dude just shreds guitar, and they're just absolute shredders, and they're kids. So like that part I love, but dude, to your point, the AI stuff, I'm going to be old man yells at cloud for a second. I hate it. I hate it. People send me these AI videos all the time of like a cat or a baby. Like Hunter just showed me a baby like doing something stupid last week, and it's AI. And I'm like, I don't think it's funny now. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. I don't think it's entertaining. I think it's slop, and I hate it. And half of all YouTube videos being uploaded are AI now. 50%. That's half of all videos onto YouTube are AI. So
yeah, like I feel the same way. And like, I see the positives with AI and what it can do outside of social media and video and creative stuff, and how it's going to benefit medicine and things like there's going to be some really cool, innovative stuff. But like Spotify is allowing you to upload AI music and be on the same charts with real artists and monetize it and all that shit. And it's like, I don't think people shouldn't be able to do it because I believe in freedom to do whatever the fuck you want. But I think they should have separate charts or like a section. This is AI only music, separate it. And
as
don't
soon as it
there.
detects AI, it needs a label right on it, a label, and maybe put it into a different section. Cause I'm the same way, dude. I'm listening to Spotify now, and I'll be jamming to a deathcore song, and I'm like, man, is this even fucking real? This might not even be real, dude. Like nobody might even be playing instruments on here, and it pisses me off. Like some people don't care. That's cool. Do you? Like that's your life. But me, I want to hear dudes play instruments, okay? Because I know there's a lot of them out there pouring their hearts out and spending years of their life doing this. Like that's what I want to hear. I don't want to waste my time on some soulless shit that was thrown together. So, dude, I feel the same way, and I'm hoping that these video platforms and music, but for right now, for me, what I'm focused on, I'm hoping that these video platforms like Meta and YouTube, so on and so forth, they can keep up with the sophistication of AI. And it would be sick if they would always keep those labels on there, demonetize them, put them in a different category, so that people like me that actually in real life, because a lot of people are calling me AI now. They see me shooting a shotgun inside my house through the entire house to hate breed, and they're like, this is AI. And I'm like, I promise you, what I do is really, really stupid, but it's not AI. Like it will always be real. I promise. It might be dumb, but it's me.
Is like it's gotten so good that you could make that video and it would look basically identical.
It'd probably look better,
and it happened so quickly. Like just 2 years ago, it couldn't do fucking fingers on hands.
I know.
And now you're like seeing videos of Will Smith, like, and you're like, holy shit, like, is this real? And then 5 years from now, like, they're going to be full on movies.
Yeah, it's like scary, man. It's like really scary shit.
And then we need AI to police the AI to keep up with it, so we even know what's real or not. And then it's like, where does the line of trust break down of what we even see is, I don't know. It's going to get really fucking weird.
Yeah, I know with music, at least, you can run programs on it to separate the layers, and the AI stuff like doesn't really separate into layers properly. Okay. Whereas if it's like instruments, you can separate those layers. So I know right now, at least, there's sophisticated ways to tell with the music. As far as video, I don't even know. I don't even know how forensics in like a court of law could possibly keep up with what is real or not. Like say you're in court and you're trying to use evidence and this guy is doing something illegal, but it's not real. I don't even know how they keep up with deciphering what is real or not. But I mean, that's video forensics, not.
And government and agencies, they're always so fucking behind with tech too. So it's like,
that's what I'm saying.
How can they even keep up? Their websites still feel like they're from the early 2000s. Like it's also garbage.
That's exactly my point.
On top of them not being experts in anything that they fucking claim to be.
Yeah, like how many thousands of cases, how many thousands of people every day are convicted on video evidence, and now you have
Yeah.
videos being generated that look real.
Yeah, I haven't thought much about that. That's getting dangerous. And then all the like with the fucking ICE shootings and stuff, those videos are going around, and then people are making AI versions and AI screenshots of this to try to twist the narrative this way or that way, and it's like, "Fuck, I just wanna pull out of everything and not care anymore." It's so awful.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned earlier about like false things being slipped into it. It's so
Mm.
insidious. Like you'll see a video and it's supposed to be the same thing, but it's not. Like there's a picture circulating right now where there's an ICE agent standing over the dude, like pointing a gun at his head, but it's an AI generated image because like one of the guys has no head.
Oh, I saw that,
Do you
yeah,
see
and
that?
people thought it was real, like, so many fucking idiots, like, didn't even notice the guy had no head.
Right, but check this out. Here's the second thought I had because I saw that, and then I'm like, somebody could have just as easily taken the real photo that already went viral and removed the head and is now claiming that it's AI and circulating it around as a counter
Right.
narrative. Like the
Oh
shit,
my
it
god.
moves so fast that I don't have the bandwidth to be like deciphering all this shit. And it's
Yeah.
bizarre, and nothing positive seems to come out of these things. Like there's these little events, and then it's like, oh, everything fixates on it. Like as soon as that stuff happened, dude, it was you that's all you could see everywhere. And I'm like, how does this work if there's a whole world of stuff happening? Like say you have the whole earth of like people on the internet and there's stuff happening everywhere. Billions of things and interactions. How is it that every single platform all gets changed to the same program at the same time? Like it's fucking
Yeah.
wild. It's almost like television and radio used to do, but now the algorithms are doing it.
Yeah, this like they're pulling the strings. It's like this is the thing to focus on and everything, and all the bots come in and like, and then you have people making fake shit and people arguing with other people and left and right and this and that, and it's like I don't even know what's real. Like I try not to like dig into that shit. It always finds its way into my feed, or I'll open X on accident, and then it's
I
just like
know, dude.
I'll get caught in it for a second. I'm like, wait a minute, what am I doing? Like
Yep.
it's so terrible. And that shooting specifically, uh, all emotions aside, I was like trying to understand what happened from like a logical point of view, and it looked like the guy gets taken to the ground. Supposedly, the agent disarmed him, and then they shot him, which is obviously wrong if that's what happened. But then there was like a video. Someone said there might have been a discharge from the what was the gun that they disarmed him? It was the one that has issues, the SIG.
I figured that was a joke. I didn't figure it was actually a 320. And even if it was a 320, there's no way that it just went off. Like statistically, that happening is like zero. Like the guy probably, if anything, if he did have a negligent discharge, he probably just pulled the trigger on accident. It's a pretty
Yeah,
easy
but
thing to do if you're not paying
they had
attention.
the agent running away with it, and it looks like the gun goes
I
off
saw
and
that
shoots the
video up
pavement.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
And then I'm
know.
like,
Like,
Is this real? I don't know." But then it's like, then if the other agent heard that, thought they were getting fired on, that's why I did that. Because like, otherwise, is he just really an evil person who just shot the guy for no reason? Like, I don't know. The whole thing is crazy.
the answer is we can't tell from
Yeah.
the available footage. That's the
Yeah.
answer. That's like a whole investigation and a court of law and like debates need to happen between attorney and whatever. Like the answer is we can't really tell. So the fact that everybody just piles on like and has
And they know the truth immediately. They're all experts.
yeah, like don't get me wrong, man. I mean, I'm not saying that should have happened at all. I don't have a stance on it because I can't tell from the video footage. Like sometimes I can tell because I'm very familiar with self-defense law and stuff. Like this is my category of shit that I do, right? Like this is my wheelhouse. And sometimes it's super obvious. It couldn't be more obvious what just happened, right?
Yeah.
Like somebody is attacking somebody and is threatening their life, like for real. And then, they and somebody kills them, and it's like, all right, well, obviously that's justified. He was on top of her,
Yeah.
stabbing her with a knife.
Yeah.
But,
There's clear,
but it's not
clear-cut
always,
cases for
it's
sure.
not always like that obvious, right? So, and you really can't tell. So the fact that everybody's just piling on and picking it, I don't know, dude. It just seems so not manufactured in a sense that it's fake, but manufactured in a sense that like it happened and then was capitalized on. It seems
Yeah.
like that happens a lot,
That
especially in the
seems
past
to be
10
the
years.
theme for sure.
Yeah.
Is you get everybody divided as far as possible, either direction, and then you just stir the pot, and then they come in and like everyone's if you're on the far extremes of either side, you're ideologically captured and you say all the same shit, you all repeat the same things, and you come in with a bias where you're only going to defend this person or not or hate them or whatever, and it's such a mess. And I'm so thankful that I never got caught up in that stuff, and I can if I care to look at something, I can come in with like, okay, a centrist, clear point of view where I'm not already biased one way or the other. But we can talk about more fun shit. What do you have planned for the channel coming up? Oh, wait, I saw you had a video with Twista.
Yeah, man, I've been hanging out with Twista for years. I actually, the first time we met up was like 3 years ago. Well, he hit me up. Like, I'm 34, you're 40. So like you saw, you know, like 2004, Twista was on MTV 24/7. Like this
Yeah.
dude was everywhere. Like every school dance on the radio. This is a big deal, man. Like Twista was everywhere.
Yeah, he's the
And
shit.
yeah, like I used to dance with so he hit me up and he was like, "Hey man, I'm such a big fan of your channel. Can I come out there and watch you sometime or whatever?" And I just messaged back. I wasn't even trying to be cool. I just straight up said, "Dude, I've been watching like I used to watch you on MTV before I went to school in the morning. You know, I used to dance with girls to your music, you know, like I still literally have a couple of your songs in my rotation here like 20 years later. You're crazy. Of course you can come over, you know, let's do a collab."
Yeah.
So he came over, dude, and we just one shot did Overnight Celebrity, dude, just one take, and it went so viral, dude. I dropped it and it got 200 million views on Twitter in a couple days, and it was on
Holy fuck.
it was on Double XL, it was on Complex, it was on World Star, it was on all the rap outlets, you know. And then, dude, Joe Rogan and Shane Gillis watched it, like 3
Yes.
minutes of it. And Twisted had called me one night and he was like, "Dude, I don't know if this is real. I need your help figuring it out. Someone texted me and it's just a screenshot of us on Joe Rogan. I don't know if it's real. Like, you got to help me." So then, but I opened the Instagram and it was just DMs out the ass. Like, people are freaking out. They're like, "Dude, it's this episode. It's this timestamp. Check it out."
Yeah.
And Joe Rogan had my back, which was cool because obviously the other guys don't shoot a lot, and they were like, "That's really unsafe. Like, that's not good gun safety." And Joe Rogan was like, "Yeah, it is. What are you talking about? He's got a gigantic backstop. He's shooting the backstop. Like, he's not doing anything wrong." And then he had my
Yeah.
back on the sword because I stabbed swords in the table just for something to look at. And I got a sword sponsor, so I just been kind of doing that up.
Fuck yeah.
Shout out Cold Steel. But somebody was like, "Look at this sword. There's a sword for no reason." And Joe Rogan said, "What do you mean for no reason? Because it's awesome. What the hell's wrong with you?" so that was
That's fucking
crazy,
perfect.
dude. And yeah, we've still been hanging out. Like, he comes over when he gets mad at me if I don't tell him before a shoot, because he'll drive out from Chicago and then drive back afterwards.
Holy shit.
And I just saw him in Vegas all last week. Actually really scared him because I was with Hunter and he took this crazy picture of my face. Like, I was just like doing a kind of a crazy derp. And I was like, "Dude, text that to Twista and tell him that like I got too high and I'm scared." And he did. But the way he worded it, it sounded alarming. He was like, "I don't know what's wrong with Nate." And he just sent this crazy picture. And I was like, "You're going to scare him." I was like, "Send a follow-up text." And he's like, "What are you talking about? You told me to send it." So him and I are arguing. And then Twista calls. This was just last week. And Twista, he calls Hunter's phone. And I was like, "Oh no, dude, he's scared. I told you he's calling." And I answered and I was like, "Hey." And he's like, "Where's Nate, man? Is he all good? What's going on, man? Where are you guys at?" And I was like, "Man, it's me. I'm so sorry. I'm fine. We were just messing with you." And he's like, "You can't be doing that. You can't be telling people that." He's like, "I was about to roll up, man. We were all rolling down there." He's like, "You can't scare me like that. What's wrong with you?" He was
Oh
dead
my
serious.
God.
I'm like, "Man, I am so sorry." As soon as we sent that, I thought that you might take it that way, and you did. And he was having trouble even dropping it. Like, the end of the conversation, he's like, "So where are you guys at? I'm coming over." And I was like, "No, man, no, I'm tired. We'll hang out tomorrow. I'm fine. I promise. I'm sorry. Again, I'm sorry." You know, so that was pretty crazy. We were laughing pretty hard after that, but I also kind of felt guilty. But no, Twist is a great guy. He's actually a really good shooter. He trains people. You know, he gets involved in competitions and stuff. We did 2 live shows. We just did 2 live shows, one last year and the year before. So we had a live audience of like 100 people behind us at a shooting range south of Chicago. I'm shooting the backstop and he's facing the audience rapping, and we had like huge PA system and stuff.
Oh, that's so sick.
So we've been practicing that a lot. Like Cameron Loesch and Hunter were there to play drums for me, and I was shooting guns and he's rapping, and it's still a concept. Like there's a lot of technology that's involved in making sure everything works right for that. But I think at some point we could do some real big shit, man.
Dude, for sure. I saw
Helicopters,
like
shooting machine guns out of helicopters, explosions and
yes.
pyro. I mean, all tracers at night, shooting miniguns, blowing up cars. Like you could do all this stuff to music.
Oh
You
my
could do
God.
all that
I'm
to
definitely
metal.
coming down for something that
It wouldn't even be that
amazing.
hard. That's the thing. Like I could set it up right now if I had the funny. I mean, we could do it.
Dude, I love that. I love the idea of a live show. Like that would be such a spectacle. Like I know there's a lot of moving parts there to figure out, I'm sure, but that would be huge.
Someday we'll do it.
Who else have you done collabs with?
Johnny Hawkins is the singer from Nothing More. He came over last year. I went and picked him up from his tour bus and raced him to my house. And we went out. I didn't even warn him, dude. I gave him no warning what we were doing. He thought we were sitting down and doing a podcast. I took him to the shooting range. I put in-ear monitors on him, gave him a bunch of guns, gave him a quick rundown, made sure he could shoot, make sure we were going to be safe. And then I just put on, what the hell is that song called? It's like Ballast or This Is the Time. They have like 2 names for that song. I just put it on and we just played it in its entirety. And this dude is dual wielding with the best of them, man, which is really hard. Like dual wielding pistols is not easy. You got to hold them steady, make sure you hit the backstop, and try to be on beat, like, and not hit the ground. Like it's not easy to do this stuff.
Right.
And he just rocked it out, dude. He just rocked it out the whole time. And then we played their new song, House on Sand. He's like, oh, we got to do the new one, House on Sand, and crushed it again. So I was just blown away. I even told him, I'm like, dude, it's so apparent that you play drums on stage every night because your hand strength is insane. For somebody that doesn't shoot guns all the time, to be able to come out here and just dual wield all these guns with me is nothing short of miraculous, to be completely honest. I've never seen it before. So
what kind of pistols was he shooting?
Just 9mm handguns. Like it's nothing insane, but shooting 2 of them at a time when you don't shoot a lot, even if you don't shoot a lot, like it's challenging. You got 2 of them, you can't really aim down both sights, and you're trying to like be stable and accurate and shit. Like your hands get tired out there.
I would go to the range with my friends in Texas fairly often, but I don't think I ever dual wield. I don't know what the rules are at your average range if you're allowed to do that.
Yeah, probably not. I don't know.
That would be my guess.
I don't go to normal ranges, like, because I wouldn't be allowed to do shit. They'd be like, get the hell out of here. What is wrong with you? Like you just shot 5,000 rounds in an hour, you know?
So that range that you said you rent, so you just like, you'll pay them for the day and rent it out and then they just block it off for you?
Yeah, but I actually just got a new location because that one started getting so busy. I'm not taking credit for it. I don't know if it's related to me, but people started to hear about it. I've been going to that range forever, since I was a kid, and I was always like the only person down there, dude. I'd go down there, just me against the world. And then it's busy now. I mean, people are driving like long distances to get here. So when I was renting it out, you know, he would have to turn people away, and I just felt bad, dude. I'm like, that sucks. Imagine driving an hour to go to your favorite shooting range and it's closed because this YouTuber's here, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't want to announce it beforehand because people show up, man. Like people come down and crash it. I've had it happen a lot. And like, I love talking to people. It's cool. But also I don't know who you are. And I've got like all this stuff laying out, you know, it's like kind of dangerous. So I just found a new place where we can shoot cars and stuff. I'm going to have a new video out Friday of shooting a car at this new location. So you'll get to see it. It's pretty cool.
Sick. Yeah, if you're the type of person to just show up when someone's shooting, like you never know who's going to come. Hold on, my vacuum just started.
Hear it. Like, what is that?
I was like, these are noise canceling AirPods, but I was like, wait a second, what is that? But yeah, it's like, I can never imagine being like, hey, someone we don't know is shooting something. Let's show up and just crash it and try to talk to them. Like, that's a different kind of person.
I mean, dude, it's not like they have anything, you know, like bad in mind. They're well-meaning, but yeah, it kind of just scares me a little bit. If they're down at the range already, that's different. That's cool. Like when I
Yeah,
go to the
yeah,
range and people are there, hell yeah, we're already here. But yeah, when someone just, because you can hear it's me from miles away, dude. Like people know. You can hear
yeah.
it from miles away. Like if you hear a Slipknot song being played off in the distance by a rifle, it's pretty obvious. Like
Yeah.
it's pretty apparent right away. And people will come down and crash. So which I love meeting people, but also if I'm in the middle of something and we have gear all over the place and it's like I don't know who you are. I don't know what your intentions are. It's like it's just a it's a security issue at that point, really, is
Yeah,
what
that too,
is
especially with
what it
firearms.
is. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I got a new spot. I'm pretty excited about it, dude. I put the word out and somebody got a hold of me. This dude, he like scraps cars for a living, dude. He has hundreds of cars there. So the location's already perfect. I'm standing on the edge of a cliff, shooting into a ravine. So I can shoot up, I can shoot down. And then I was like, man, not today. I don't mean to bother you, but like someday, can I shoot a car out here? He's like, you can shoot it right now. And he jumped in one and just drove it, dude. Floored it and just drove it down into the ravine. Just veered it right off the driveway and parked the car in the ravine and let me just fill it full of holes. So
That's amazing.
I'm like, dude, next time I'm bringing propane tanks. I'm soaking it with gasoline. I mean, I'm really gonna make sure that it goes off when I hit it. So I'm
So this is like
excited,
a
dude.
private property then, not like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
public
which is
range?
great, which
That's
is great. I
perfect,
I
yeah.
can't do it anymore. It's stressful, dude, like, having to worry about my stuff, but being at a public range where there's people around, it stresses me the hell out, and it's hard to stay, in a fun, creative zone if you have all this stuff to worry about. It kinda snaps you into reality where I need to be in, like, play mode where it's not really reality, it's more like I'm envisioning what the video is going to be like on the internet, which is not
R
reality. Um
right. That's fucking cool though. Like I was gonna say like the ideal thing would be to have your own private spot so you're not worrying about that or also like you said, disappointing people who were driving there and didn't know, and then you can't put the word out.
Yeah,
So that's the
yeah.
ideal situation.
Yeah, I have a small range in my backyard, but it's not like I wouldn't shoot the Barrett here, you know. At a certain level, it just gets kind of dangerous, and I don't want to do it here. You know,
Yeah. How close are your neighbors?
uh, they're not super up on me. There's a little distance, but also everybody out my way shoots. I'm out in the country. People just shoot and light fireworks all year round out here, so it's all
Sick.
good. Like nobody cares.
Yeah. Well, that's perfect then. Like not close, but too close for a Barrett.
Well, the problem with the Barrett is that this round, like, it does weird shit. Okay. I've watched it go into like dirt into a backstop and come back out. I've watched
Oh.
it fly around. It's just a different category of shit at that point, right? Like
Yeah.
9 millimeters and shotguns. I'll shoot those at my house all day long because they don't go that far. Like, even if the 9 mil ricochets, it loses all of its momentum, you know? Uh, And then rifles, got to be a little more careful. You got to make sure you're shooting into a backstop. Like, don't ever. I see a lot of people just shoot rifles into the trees or into the woods or into a hill at an acute angle. It's like, dude, you don't understand. I mean, that shit, it's very easy to ricochet and it will go for miles, like miles.
Y- Yeah.
Um, so you got to make sure you're shooting into a backstop. So rifles with a backstop, I'm not too worried about it. But once you get to the 50, it's just insane that this thing is in a rifle. Like, dude, it is so much power, so much velocity, and such a heavy round that, man, that thing is cooking. It's really cooking, and I want to make sure I'm at a safe location. You know, I don't want to shoot that thing. I have a backstop, but it's not like that big. You know, like this thing could possibly go through it. I don't know. I have a very healthy fear of the Barrett, and I make sure that it's appropriate when I shoot it because that thing is on it's a different level, dude. Like, for example, like a tank. Once you move to a tank, you have to be in a very isolated location because even if there's a backstop, the rounds will just like come back out and go for 13 miles and land on somebody's house.
Yeah.
For real, like it happens all the time at these tank ranges, these military tank ranges. It's got like a 13-mile caution zone.
That's crazy. What I saw you did a song with was that a Slipknot song you had a tank for?
Oh yeah, people equals shit with a Sherman tank. Yeah, dude, that's one of my
Yeah, you went
proudest
up and pulled the
videos.
thing and shot it.
Yeah, Yeah, that's one of my proudest moments, dude. That was crazy.
That's so sick.
Yeah, just Slipknot tank cover.
That like, oh man, like when I first, yeah, again, when I first saw you, I forget which song it was first on Instagram, and I go look through your YouTube channel, and I was like, holy fuck, Slipknot tank cover, or just seeing gun cover is just so bad. Like people are like, what the fuck is a gun cover? And then you're like, oh, I get it right away. And I saw Korn, Slipknot, System of a Down, Metallica. I was just like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah, those ones all slap. Whenever that's why I keep going back to them. It's like if you do if I just keep them in rotation. Like I'll have a few songs I'm doing, and one of them's gonna be Slipknot, and then on the next rotation, one of them's Metallica. On the next rotation, one of them's Korn, because those
Right.
ones are gonna slap. People are gonna love it, and I love it. You know.
I heard Korn was going back to, or at least trying to go back to an earlier sound for the next record. I hope it's true. I feel like bands say that a lot, but if, maybe Slipknot too, we'll see.
Yeah, I know Slipknot's writing right now, and as far as Korn, dude, I can't imagine producing any more albums after doing that for so long. Dude, these guys are incredible. Can you imagine being James Hetfield and playing for 40
No.
straight years? Dude, and he's down picking the whole time, playing for 2.5 hours, 2 nights in a row. I don't understand. These
How
these
his
these
wrist
guys
still
are,
works.
dude, I don't get it. These guys are on a whole different planet, man. If I were him and I had to play 8-minute Master of Puppets or like Enter Sandman one more time, I would just stage dive onto my own head. Like that's crazy.
I think it's just the crowd that keeps you going when you walk out there, and that energy that you see those people's faces and how stoked they are. Like you just feed off that.
Probably is fun.
And back to what we were saying earlier of being exhausted on the road and shit, like that 30 minutes or however long you're on stage, that's what makes all of the suffering worth it. And that's why you'll go through it. So like that's what I remember the most is like every night I still got those butterflies before going out there, no matter how many times I did it. And if it was a good crowd, it was like, oh, this is why we're here. Like, absolutely. And then you get just enough juice to go to the next day. It's an amazing feeling. So I guess that's the answer. That's why you do it, because of the audience and the energy you transfer back and forth.
Yeah, I've heard that. A lot of guys have told me that because they're like, well, it's like 23 hours of just shit, but that 1 hour is epic, you know?
Yeah. And that makes the loadout, if you're carrying your own shit, it's way easier than the load in and the waiting around all day, because you have that high when you get off stage. And that's
Yes.
100% real. You're sweaty, you got all that energy out, you feel relieved, the show went well, and it's much easier to pack up the van than it is to unload it after that.
It's a great feeling, man. I got to do guest vocals last summer. Well, I guess it was summer before last at Incarceration Festival. And there's 5,000 people in the audience
Holy
estimated, dude.
shit.
And I've
Who
literally
was who?
I've never done that. Hunt the Dinosaur is the band, my friend Hunter. He was like, we had one warm-up show. It was packed, but it was at a bar in Columbus. I can't remember which one. It's like Ace of Cups or something. But yeah, we did that. That was my first time doing guest vocals on a song, and it was like a packed house. We had a good time, but that was like my first I'm like, okay, I'm warming up. And what was scary as hell is I had no in-ears and we had no monitor, so I literally
Oh,
just
fuck.
listened to the drums. I had no idea where I was. And then the same thing happened at Ink. So we go, he's like, dude, let's do this thing at Incarceration. You can come up with me. We have a song that I'm on. It's called Tank. If you look up Tank by Hunt the Dinosaur, there's a music video. And I shot the Sherman tank in the video and stuff like that, like right at a drop. And I did some guest vocals near the end. But anyway, we went up there and dude, the same thing happened. Like they did, to be fair, they gave me in-ears this time. But it was like, I don't know, man. The monitor was playing one thing and my in-ears were playing another thing, and the freaking drummer behind me is playing something else. I was like, I've never been, dude. So there's all these like sick, epic pictures of him and I just like screaming in each other's like face, because we're going back and forth. We have like this segment where it's like me and him, me and him, me, and they go back and forth really tight. And it's like, little do people know I'm looking at him because I'm reading his lips. I'm trying to figure out where we are. And I really had no idea if it was good or not, but I mean, the audience was going crazy. And then after I got off stage, they were all like, dude, that was great. Like, you nailed it. It was perfect. And I'm like, good, because I couldn't hear a damn thing. I had no idea. It was just a mystery, man. So that's why I just listened to it and practiced it 1,000 times. And I thank God, because it was muscle memory, even though I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah, bad
Still
stage
got it.
sound is the worst, and a lot of people who, like, have never been up there or played a show or even think about it in general, like, we never used in-ears, but, like, yeah, those nights where the monitors are trash, and for some reason, just the acoustics in certain venues, one night you may be able to hear the drummer and everything without good monitors, and the next night, it's like you're in this void, and when that would
Oh,
happen, I'm just desperately listening for the snare just to keep me on, and I can't hear myself. I can't hear even after telling the sound guy, like, "Hey, raise this up or raise me up," and they're just like, "Yeah, fuck you." Like, they don't give a shit. Like, but yeah, those are the worst nights. That's the kind of shit where the 23 hours suck and then the hour sucks. Then you're really like, okay, fuck today.
it's
But
scary, man. There's nothing like being in front of a live audience in your set and you just get lost because you can hear all the sound all going at once and can't hear yourself. It's like, damn, this is a
yeah,
terrible situation. I always thought that this, like growing up, I always just assumed that the sound on the stage is the same thing that we're hearing, but that is
yeah.
absolutely not true.
No, completely different world up there. Like, but yeah, and that's the frustrating thing too is like it's not your fault because you're prepared. You know what you're supposed to do, but this outside thing is causing an issue. Like, especially if you've been on the road for like 3 weeks, you just something happens where you are so locked in and comfortable with the songs and everything feels effortless, you're performing better, you're putting on a better show, and it's just like there's nothing like that feeling, like, but if that's ruined by bad sound, like no amount of preparation can get you through that, and then I'll end up standing next to the drummer just to make sure I can hear whatever, but
Yeah.
thankfully it doesn't happen most of the time.
When in doubt, stand by the drummer, dude. That's so true.
And our drummer, I've known since we were like 5 or 6 years old. So we were in our first bands together, and then we went to high school together. Went to high school with two of the other guys that were in our band, and then I went my separate way, and they kind of started taking off, and then we ended up reuniting, and I joined the band later in 2006. So it was great to be in a band with them, and I always loved their music. I don't even know if I told you, it's called From a Second Story Window.
Okay.
But our singer Sean, who was the original singer, he lives in Columbus. We played a show there with his return back once we got back together. Was it last almost a year ago, February or something like that? But yeah, and small fucking world that you're in Ohio, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, you need to come over like immediately and shoot.
I will once this fucking snow lets me do anything.
Yeah, right. Today it's -20 with wind chill.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go stand outside.
Yeah, I'm an hour and a half from you. Dude, I was thinking about filming something today, but I got so much editing to do. I better just stay right here, you
Yeah,
know?
I feel you. I'll be editing this and we'll have it out soon. I don't know exactly what day, but I am absolutely down to come down there and shoot, and we'll plan something out. That would be great, dude. So appreciate the
Yeah.
invite.
Yeah, of course.
I haven't been shooting since I moved to Ohio, and I have like a couple Glocks. I have a Daniel Defense M4, and it's all just sitting there. I haven't shot, so I'm itching.
Yeah, well, this will be the right spot, man. Come up and mag dump into some trash.
That sounds perfect. Uh, One thing I wanted to do before we go is I have every guest submit a song to the official Riff Tacos playlist, which is on Spotify. It could be anything you want. So if you have something in your mind that you'd like to contribute, you can also tell me later if you want, because I always put everyone on the spot. But
Dude, let me just look real quick. Um, it's just so tough, dude.
it is tough.
There's so much good metal out here right now. I don't know.
And it could be non-metal too. A lot of people go that route to like diversify the playlist. What's a song you love that like nobody would expect you to listen to?
Most of them you'd probably expect, to be honest. You could put just something real short and cool, dude, like Ant Pile or Ant Pile 2 by Kublai Khan, just a short freaking drumming Yeah, Ant Pile 2. You can put that on there.
Ant Pile 2. Got it. Yeah, we have Very
Yeah.
Quickly Con on there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Or if you want a full song, Theory of Mind by them is pretty cool. I covered that recently. I actually got the perfect Barrett sound. I've been trying for years, and dude, I finally recorded the perfect Barrett sound
To get
on
that
that
like low
song.
end in there.
It's so, yes, dude. I took a
That's
kick drum microphone and put it inside of a floor tom, and then put packed blankets in it, flipped it upside down on the ground, and put this big weighted blanket over it. And that was enough to like muffle the pressure of the Barrett, the 50 going in there. And it also had some resonance and tonation from the wood of the floor tom. And then I had the SB 57s picking up the high end, and it mixed that all together, and it was just like I was just listening to it like, oh my God, this is the juiciest freaking gunshot sound I ever recorded.
That's so sick. I never thought of like how many people are out there mixing the sound of a Barrett. But then I think about like video games and shit. That's probably what they do all the time.
I've been to the place where Call of Duty like records their stuff, dude. They make a gigantic grid, and they take real machine guns and stuff, and they walk to the different grids and they shoot them. That way you can map out like how it sounds from what distance and what direction. So in your headphones, you know
Right.
where people are. Pretty crazy.
Fuck yeah. All right, dude. Well, is there anything else you'd like to let people know about who may have not been familiar with you, what you got coming up with the channel or future plans or anything?
It's just Gun Drummer anywhere on the internet, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Gun Drummer. This year, I'm going to try to get into more different types of videos. Normally, I'm just playing the music with guns, but I'm also going to start doing some gun reviews and whatever. I don't know. I just went full time with this, so I'm going to do something.
Well, I'm stoked to see it.
Thanks
I
for
love the
watching.
channel.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
dude. And you also have merch too, right? At gundrummer.com.
Gundrummer.com. I sure do.
Check it out. Gun Drummer everywhere. So I really appreciate you taking the time to hang out today, dude. This was an awesome conversation, and I'm stoked to meet you in real life. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was a good time.
Absolutely. And thank you to everyone who listened. Please be sure, if you enjoyed the show, to hit the like button, subscribe, share it with a friend, all that good stuff. And we'll see you on the next one.